are you talking about? Welcome to Watching Pixels Dry, episode 11. How are you guys doing today?
Yeah,
I'm doing
okay.
I'm definitely...
I'm knackered. Just finished a workout like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm in a great mood today. I'm
really happy. It's
That's
been
good.
It's been an up and down week for all of us, I feel like. So
Oh,
it's
God, yes, it has been.
it's pretty nice to be in somewhat high spirits for once.
Yeah.
Yesterday was really rough for me. I got a letter from my uni that I owe almost 3,000 quid in tuition fees, which need to be paid either in installments over the next 5 months or in one go, which is going to be tough, but we'll get through it.
Yes.
What a lovely start to the show, everybody. My name is Mikopath, by the way.
really
Yeah,
sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah.
But
DC,
yeah.
how are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
What have you been up to, my
Wonderful.
fellow?
Wow.
What have you been
That's
up to,
detailed.
young man?
I've been playing GTA a bit.
Nah, yeah,
Oh,
we all
yes.
have.
You have. Yeah.
Well, I just started.
You
I don't
asked.
know how I feel about it yet, but...
You love it. You love it.
I love it,
I
Jesse.
love it, I love
Well,
it, I'm
the
sorry,
thing
I'm
is,
You love
sorry.
it so freaking much.
You get used to it. I think I adapted to GTA Online a lot better, probably because I've played the story like 4 times.
Yeah.
But Jesus, some of that,
I mean,
that game's movement is just aish.
The moment I got into the online server that you guys were in, I picked up a car and I just drove like a law-abiding citizen for like 10 minutes, and I was like, I'm good.
That's how you get started.
That
That's
is how you
do
get
it.
started. That's the legal
That's all
beginning.
Terry does.
Terry likes
Terry
to walk
pretends
around.
to be an NPC, yeah.
It's really funny. Like, you'll be like, Terry, where are you? And
Take a
she's like,
stroll.
you'll never guess. And you'll find her, and she's like waiting at crosswalks.
You're waiting at crosswalks, like waiting
God
outside
forbid
like a
one would
cafe.
jaywalk. Good lord.
Mike logged out one time when we were playing, and then she just spent like 20 minutes following around as NPC.
Observing.
She did that
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, been
we
fun.
had some unresolved topics from
True.
last time, because while we in our haste to talk about current events, we forgot about maybe one of the most important things that happened in 2023.
We talked about Ocean Gate, but we didn't talk
We
about
talked-
this.
We talked about Ocean Gate, but we didn't talk about my pilgrimage to the UK to
Yeah.
see Mike.
This one, Sammy over here, flew hundreds of miles, 7-hour flight. No, longer than that,
Thousands of
9-hour
miles.
flight. 9-hour flight? How long is it
was
from
like,
New
it was
Mexico?
like 9-10 hours all put together, thousands of miles,
Thousands of dollars.
thousands of dollars.
To come
Thousands
hang
of
out with
lives.
me for a week.
Yeah,
In my dingy crack house.
In your humble abode.
in your disgusting,
my disgusting
fucking house.
vile house with my friends
Not a
Aiden and
single
Bing and
dish
Buffy.
washed.
Mike actually lives in a big cartoon boot. People don't know this.
I do.
It does. It's
It's
full
true.
of soot.
It is.
But no, it was a quick 5-day trip because it was literally planned the week before I went out.
Not pointing fingers at
So,
anyone for a reason for that. It's not Sammy and it's not me.
And yeah. Oh man,
We had a time.
It doesn't even like thinking about it. It doesn't even feel like it happened because it was so quick.
It was really quick.
You know?
It was. I remember. I'll point out some very distinct moments. Obviously, so one of the conditions from Sammy's family was like a ransom. Was that I had to meet him at the airport, which meant that I had to take like a 3-hour train journey there and back. So I basically, while Sammy was in the air, I spent half of that time on the train on the way to him. And I remember that it was a very surreal feeling being face to face with Sammy. Sammy is taller
was
than me,
weird.
which I didn't expect. Even though Sammy's told me before,
yeah.
but it didn't feel real until it happened. But yeah, Sammy's like maybe 2 inches taller than me.
I couldn't fathom that you were shorter than me. You just have like an energy about you that's like taller than me, you know? Like
Oh, it's
like,
called
your vibes.
charisma. It's called Riz, actually, is what it's called.
Charisma.
It's called
got
masking.
Don't be such a soy boy. Maybe you'll get taller energy.
Oh my god. My goodness.
The first picture we took together was us soy facing.
Yeah.
I was gonna
and
say,
it's a
Mike, I
beautiful
don't blame
picture.
you for. I don't blame you for thinking it's an uncanny moment. I've seen the pictures. They are.
They
Mike,
are
you wanna
weird.
put
It's
the
weird.
soy face
I'm gonna.
picture up
I'm,
on the
I'll-
screen?
I'm sure I'll
Strange.
have some up in the background. It is strange seeing us together. Also, my hair did not look good back then.
No, it did not.
I thought I was rocking it at the time. I mean, the thing is, you caught me at a rough patch with my hair on that trip because it was just getting long enough where it was starting to actually look like it was long on purpose, but just not quite. And I hadn't really figured out how to handle my long hair. The months after, I looked pretty good, but I look better with my
I mean,
hair
I was
now.
going through some hair shit too because I hadn't gotten a haircut in a really long time.
Yeah.
At that point, and it was really.
Oh, I have a
long and
main right
unwieldy.
now. You guys
We
have
sh-
seen.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do. You look like a
It is
freaking.
fucking
You look like
out
Simba.
there.
You like.
I gotta put that
cosplay.
nerd
Zumba.
emoji, a picture of you up on the screen because I was cackling.
Oh my
looking
god,
at
that
during my
image is
workout.
so great.
It's
I didn't realize how well I could do it, but
Okay,
it's
we-
uncanny.
we're sliding off topic a little, but oh, that picture is so goddamn funny. I'll just leave it on screen for like a couple more seconds while we talk.
15 minutes. Leave it on screen for 15 minutes.
For the rest of the episode.
For the rest of the episode, yeah.
I'll throw it in the background when I re-render the intro. But yeah, so what did we actually get up to on the trip? So yeah, met you at the airport. We took the train back, which was
I
a
was
really
embarrassing you on the train.
You were embarrassing me, but it was a smooth journey, like in a literal sense. Like everything went exactly to plan.
Yeah.
We got on every
Everything
train
was
on time. We actually were
perfect.
ahead of
Yeah.
schedule, which was really awesome. We managed to sneak onto some trains early, so we got home like maybe an hour early, which is fucking
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, ride from Heathrow to London was really nice, and then yeah, on the train from London back to Norwich, Sammy was being obnoxious.
Come
I think
on,
it was
I was
just
being myself.
you were being yourself, but you just had a lot of energy. We were both very excited.
I was just excited.
There's a video on my Twitter of you playing Toxic Gossip Train by Colleen
man.
Ballinger out loud on the train in Britain, which
On
is
the
like
train,
a cardinal sin.
You're the worst person.
Yeah.
You
I
might-
wasn't playing it like loudly.
Two things. It wasn't loud. Yeah, it wasn't loud. The train wasn't that busy. However, there were people sitting
fair.
directly in front of us. That
No, they
being
were sitting
said,
directly beside us.
the journey was really nice. Did we take a cab home or did we walk? I can't recall.
We walked all the way
did
through the
walk.
city to your house.
Yes, that's true. That was
It
fun.
I mean,
the
that
most
must have been
dreadful
nice
walk.
though.
I
I fucking
rolled my
love city
suitcase.
The
walks.
weather was beautiful because this was summer, so the weather was really nice.
I rolled my suitcase through a big pile of dog shit.
Yeah, you
That's
did.
a
I
you
forgot
problem,
about that.
buddy.
I forgot about that. Yeah, so that was. I guess that's a microcosm of how the trip would go. No.
Oh god.
And then what? We got home. I introduced you to my housemates. Then we kind of conked out that night, if I recall.
everyone fell
It was a
asleep,
pretty
yeah.
early sunset for us on that one.
Well, so what is the jet lag like on that? Like, how
Oh
is
man,
it
I didn't
later
sleep.
or earlier when you get there?
I literally didn't sleep at all that trip. Like I would
Yeah?
sleep for a couple hours, then wake up at like midnight, and not
Or-
wake up and not do anything until 9 a.m. when everyone woke up because I just wasn't
So when
tired.
when you departed from New Mexico, what time was it, and then what time was it in?
Oh, it was
in
like
the UK?
11 at night when I departed from New Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was like I got to New York in like midday,
Mhm.
and then it was 8 hours to the UK, and so I
Didn't
got
I-
to the UK I think when the sun was still up when I got there.
Yeah. It was like you arrived on like one of the longest days of the year. So the sun was up pretty much the entire journey. Didn't
But we
when
walked
you
through the
were in
fucking
New
city,
York,
like,
didn't
in the
I
middle of
didn't
the
I
night.
video call you and you were just talking to me like walking through crowds?
Yeah, and I was drinking Prime. I was drinking Prime Energy.
The
Yeah.
Logan
Eating a
Paul drink.
banana.
Yeah.
These things are disgusting.
And then
It was gross. I couldn't finish it. It was
I'm
disgusting.
trying to chronicle. Then on the second day, we went and got Wagamama and I took a hysterical image of you.
Oh yeah.
of you
what
with
image? Oh,
it's
with
you
the
wearing the
puffle
puffle hat, and you're sitting with your hands, and your hands just look, quite frankly, grotesque. It's a
I get that a
very
lot,
funny
so
image.
oh dude, when I was there, I was their sugar mommy. When I was there, I was buying
Oh, yeah?
everyone meals.
You
It
were
was
insisting, by the way. We
yeah,
we were
I know
also
because I
counter
had the money to
insisting.
spend. Um, it was a good time. Wagamama, bro. I'm going back just for Wagamama, honestly.
What
Not
is
for me.
Wagamama?
Wagamama,
It's
it's
a
like
ramen
ramen place. But
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just really good. What then? So after Wagamama, was that the day we also went to the guitar shop and we met that really nice guitar guy, or was that later in the week?
No, that was like the second or third day.
Okay.
I
But
think
then
we
we
just
came
went
home
around.
from
We went to that comic shop.
True, and then we came home from Wagamama and we did really hard drugs.
Yeah,
No.
we were doing meth and heroin.
Yeah,
And fucking,
we did meth,
No, we just
heroin,
drank.
we did
Just
benzos.
straight injected.
So yeah,
Yeah,
No.
huff paint. Yeah, we just drank. Mike smoked weed. It was gross.
yeah, disgusting.
Christianity doesn't really go well with that, so you might have demons.
I know for sure that I have demons, bro. Have you seen my life ever since that trip ended?
True.
That's why you didn't like Prime. It was all holy water.
It's true.
It made your throat burn.
Like I burst into a ball of flames, but only internally, so I didn't notice it.
Mm.
I was just shitting out pure
Just
fire.
built
That's
different.
normal for me.
And then I recall, Wednesday we didn't get up to much during the day because we intended to basically party all night, which we did.
Yes.
And then the day after that, we were all absolutely exhausted, and we shouldn't have gone anywhere. But if my memory serves me right, we went out to eat, and then we went to a really nice restaurant. Sammy kept throwing up repeatedly during
I have a condition.
during that.
I have a condition.
Yes, Sammy does have a condition. Very, very, very fragile vomit reflex.
It's not even
Glass
a vomit
bones
reflex.
and
It just
paper
gets stuck in
skin.
my throat. My muscles aren't strong enough to push the food all the way down.
Oh.
So I have to like it gets stuck and I get like that panicked like not choking but like I get that panic feeling when you're about to vomit.
Uh-huh.
And so I go to the bathroom and I don't like ram my fingers down my throat but I just gag until it comes out. It's
Mhm.
gross.
You need like a little rod to poke the food down in your
Well, I
tummy.
could have a surgery done where they like go down there and stretch it out with a
Yeah, don't they
balloon.
put like spring locks in your neck or something?
Yeah, they put spring locks in my throat and if I ever get them wet, they activate and I die.
Mm.
So
That
you
doesn't
just
sound
get
ideal.
a,
Your
get a
throat's-
ramming rod and just put food down your throat like a musket.
See, that's a good point. I could get like spaghetti noodles and do that. Oh,
Mm.
dude, that's a good idea.
You need a funnel.
A funnel.
So I remember though, the food at that restaurant was baller. And then
Yeah. Oh, it was great.
am I correct in thinking that we made the impromptu decision to go to the cinema because Buffy worked at the cinema and we could get free tickets? Is that what happened?
Yes.
Yes.
That is because, and we were all wanting to see Asteroid City because it had just come out.
Mhm.
Oh,
We all
yeah.
wanted to see it.
Great movie.
And yeah, it is. Sammy wouldn't
And
know
so
though.
when I was,
Sammy,
When
you
I
should
was-
tell us all about it. Tell
So
me
when I
what you
was
thought
in
of
there-
Asteroid City.
I have a lot of conditions, right? I have one where if I stand up too fast or I stretch or do anything really that exerts any force on my body, I just conk out. Like I'm gone, just deleted from universe for a minute. So this was the worst one by far in my whole life. I talked about the fainting thing on the
Mhm.
podcast before. In the
Mhm.
first Kappa episode, I actually talked
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it. But I was like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom and I did my business, I did whatever, and I stood up off the toilet and just passed out. And I must
Yeah.
have hit my head because I was unconscious for a very long time.
In the cinema
so-
toilets.
Yes, I was on the it didn't feel like very long, but I was unconscious for the entire duration of the movie. So I
Okay.
get up and I walk into
Before-
the theater.
Before we continue real quick, yes, I'm not a bad friend. I did go check on him and I knocked and I said, "Sammy, you good?" And Sammy like grumbled and went, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay, buddy, just let me know if you need anything, text me." Which he didn't.
And all laced popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had too much cookies and candy and soda, and
I
you
did.
figured it
I
was-
really did.
you crashed.
But I walk out and I'm like dizzy and I feel horrible because I hit my head on something. And I walk back into the theater and literally the movie is wrapping up and the credits start to roll and I'm like, what the fuck? I missed the whole goddamn movie. I left
That must have
at the
been like a
beginning.
time warp.
And it was
Literally,
awesome,
I
dude.
fell through a
Such a
fucking
good
wormhole.
movie.
Like at the beginning of the movie, I was like, I gotta go pee. And then I go to the bathroom and I come out of the bathroom when the movie is over. And I love Wes Anderson, right? I love Wes Anderson's movies. And I was so excited for this one, and I missed it, and I haven't seen it since. I didn't go see it
I
in
promise.
theaters.
We will watch it in call. We have to.
We can watch
Sammy,
it
I
in
like
call
to
in a couple
imagine-
days.
Sammy, I like to imagine that in the bathroom, just the little black alien from that movie was just crawling out of you, and that's why like you missed all that time.
See,
Which
now,
movie with the little black alien? Cause
No, from
Asteroid
Asteroid
City.
City.
just now, I'm discovering that the alien in that movie is a little black alien. Like I know nothing about this film.
We have to
You
avoid
use your body to
spoilers.
see the movie.
No spoilers. I haven't seen a single ounce of it. I've avoided everything
You've
so far. All I know.
you've seen the opening scene with the three kids in the car breaking down,
and Heisenbone,
and then you saw like Adrian Brody just reaching his hands out at you at the end, and that's it.
Literally.
Jesus.
But other than me ruining that day with my constant antics, the trip went pretty well. I had a
Yeah,
really
and
good
then
time
we
while I was
almost
there.
got shat on by a bird at the train station before I saw Sammy off. That was pretty funny.
It was like 3 inches away from us. It
That's
was
a
I have a
highlight.
story like that.
But apart from that,
it
yeah, it was a
was-
really lovely trip.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Sorry,
Uh,
it was just a quick little note because the poop thing. I just remember being in the Boundary Waters one time and a bird almost shit on my brother's food, but it just hit the plate right before he put a sandwich on it. Anyway.
Oh my god.
Because of the poop thing.
God is
poop
real.
thing.
Well, and I've got another little tall tale about a
Well, and I've got a poop story.
We're telling stories about poop here.
I'm telling stories about poop.
I've got poop
Poop
in my
tales.
butthole right now. I don't know what to do.
Dude,
It's
Sammy,
coming out.
Sammy, while you were recording the announcement bit that I'll put later in the
Oh, yeah.
video, Kappa did a fucking like one of my favorite Trump voice bits he's ever done.
It's because it's a
Yeah.
stolen bit. It's
It
Yeah,
is
he
a
stole it
stolen
from
bit,
Odie
but it's,
Plays.
oh, I've
White
never
people
heard
swear
it. He did
hello,
the-
little Trump.
Me and Kappa were just riffing earlier. We were playing Counter-Strike. And we were
Yeah.
just riffing because my Trump voice has gotten okay. It's gotten better, and so we were just like, just riff. It was so funny.
Here's what I don't understand. They're trying to cue Mirage, right? Why are we putting Mirage on the map list?
I only played Dust 2
The
and
last time I pushed Long A was an absolute disaster. We're not going.
I only queue Dust 2 and Nuke. I only know how to B-hop on those two maps.
I only know how to B-hop on those maps is because they make it very easy. They have little custom games. They call it custom games where you can learn how to do it.
Workshop maps. Okay, this is dumb.
This is
This is another
stupid.
big burger of an episode. But yeah, that was my 5-day escapade in the UK.
And I
Lots
hope
of trials
you,
and tribulations.
I hope you come back. Maybe
Oh,
with another friend in tow.
Yes, I'm
Hopefully.
trying to. I'm saving money. We're gonna see what happens, but
Dude,
but
if
would
I get to
really
hang,
like to go to the
if
UK.
everything works out and all of the puzzle pieces fall perfectly in place, then we could potentially have you, Sammy, and Nick here at the same time.
Oh shit!
That would be crazy. If you can meet Nick, that'll be a dream come true.
I
We
would
all
love
sit
to
around the
smoke a
alien-
big
the
stinky cigar with
great-
Nick.
Okay,
great
sorry.
alien
I've just got to say
bond.
something. So our HR department, aka Terry, my
I
partner,
just saw
just
that.
just put in the Discord channel. I'd cream if we could all hang out IRL. Relax, respectfully.
This is our HR, by the way. This is our
HR.
human
This
is crazy.
resources.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Our
Saying
HR
this to
department,
us.
our HR department just draws porn all day at their desk. That's all they do.
Like, it's frankly like
No.
it's just unprofessional. Even though it is her profession. So,
We're gonna annex
But-
that bit.
anyways,
Why?
at the conclusion
It's
of
true.
the trip,
See, confirmed.
at the conclusion of the trip, this is the last point I'll make before we move on to
Okay.
something else. At the conclusion of the trip, we were in like a I don't know what kind of store. It was like a store where they just sell random shit, right? and they had like this plastic toy ukulele there, and I play the ukulele. I can play it pretty okay, I would say, and and it was so shit. It was like made of plastic and like.
Oh,
in,
we got
like,
it from Flying Tiger. If you're familiar with that
Flying
franchise.
Tiger. If you're from the United Kingdom, you
Or Sweden.
you probably know, or Sweden, you even know where that it is. Yeah.
That's racist.
Yeah.
So I just bought it on a whim. It was like $12, and Mike, I don't know who came up with the idea. I think it was Mike that said that like, oh, we should get a paint pen and all of the housemates should sign it, and so all of them took turns just like drawing on it, signing it, and it's not hung up, but it's in my closet, and it's like one of my most prized possessions because it just reminds me of when life was not as shitty.
I just
Life
played
is
a little
good,
game
man.
there where I forgot what object Sammy was talking about quite literally right after he said what it was, and then I tried to piece together what the object was going forward. I did not figure it out. I did not.
I had a similar experience, except when Sammy turned around, I thought he was behind me, and I got scared, so I like whipped my head around really quick.
Oh, I have that like directional audio. I have 18,000 mics set up around my room.
Bro's got the
perfect
8D
surround
audio
sound.
set
Yeah,
up.
I've got 8D audio
Hold on.
set up.
Real-
I can travel.
But what
quick.
was the object? I'm going crazy.
A ukulele.
Ukulele.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. Cool.
Real quick, we're gonna cut this out just since none of us are talking. I just want to put something in. Maybe we'll cut
I have
this
to
out.
pee so bad.
I just
I
wanna
have to pee
go-
so bad. I
go
have to pee so bad.
Go pee. We can cut this out.
Take a tickle, baby.
So late.
Can you imagine like having to roll a d20 for sex and how fucking awkward that
Oh
would
my
be?
god,
You do
that
in
would be
Baldur's Gate.
awkward.
Do you do that in Baldur's Gate? Do you have to like if you rolled 20 for splooge or something?
Yeah, you have to roll at least a 15 to splooge. If you roll any less than
Yeah.
that, she gets
Well, no-
pregnant.
No, I can't cut this because this is funny.
Keep this in then. It's
Yeah, I
fine.
will.
Just put,
Also,
like,
I might as
intermission
well
real quick.
put this out there. Fucking, there is like an 80-mile-per-hour wind storm happening right now. So if it's picking up on my microphone, I apologize. But that's just how it is.
So, actually, I'll say now, fellows of viewers, we have a little bit of announcement to make regarding the channel.
Yeah.
So, as you know, just you know what? Let the video speak for itself.
The video really does it the best.
It does.
Of course.
Enjoy.
Hi there. My name is Sammy. I'm one of the four podcast hosts on the hit podcast Watching Pixels Dry. You see, I come here to have a conversation with you today. As a plea, right? We, as a group, must change over time. Everything must. So we ask you, please shift your viewing habits from Mikopath's channel to the new standalone Watching Pixels Dry channel. Because as of this episode, all future episodes will be put on the Watching Pixels Dry official YouTube channel. All of the past episodes are up there already, so feel free to check those out, give us some views. We hope to see you on the new channel, and I am gonna go, doing that thing that I told you about yesterday on the phone. So, yeah, I'm gonna get right on that.
Man, I've been getting into a lot of Christian music recently.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
there's
goodness.
this one guy, right? His name, he's out of Phoenix, Arizona. He mixes and masters all his beats. He writes all his raps. The only thing he doesn't do is record his videos. But we'll get onto who records his videos and edits them later. But I want to introduce everyone to Anoint Garcia.
Anoint,
This
come
is
on
my
in,
goat.
buddy. Come on
This
in,
is
buddy.
him.
This guy is the GOAT. And I want to preface this by saying that I want to direct no hate to this man, only respect. He's
Please
grinding. He's
genuinely.
support him. Like, as far as I'm aware, he hasn't done anything hateful. So
All praising the homosexuals, thinking it's gangster to pinch your nails, thinking it's okay to sleep around. Soon they will be engulfed. I'm sick of the prosperity gospel. Yeah, I'm sick and tired of them tight jeans. I'm sick of these fools with guns, thinking it's tight, man. I'm sick of being on the run.
but this guy, he's clearly been through a lot, and while I'm not religious, I can respect the fact that he's found a more prosperous ambition with
This is
God
a lot of
on
build up
his
for
side.
this guy. This is.
I mean it though. Like,
He is. I mean, I love him.
I love him, and I'm
do you
trying
think
to
we-
I'm trying to give him as much of an aura as I can before we talk
We
about
found
his
this
music.
guy. Yeah, we found this guy when we were doing a little bit of like rabbit hole searching, just on like YouTube and the internet in general.
What we
And,
like to
I
do is
think-
just like search for topics by date, and then we just watch YouTube shorts until we find something
Yeah,
funny.
you just
and this
you
guy
sort
was
by
a
new,
was a
basically.
this guy was a number one first result hit, straight out of the gate. This guy.
Yeah, I suggested we look up Christian rap, and that was the first thing to come
Do
up.
you think we would get away with playing like 5 seconds of Worthless?
I
Just-
could play.
just to
I'm sure I
give-
could
give a
play
little
the
taste.
chorus and the bit with the 808s.
Feeling so worthless, Lord, I don't deserve this love that you've given to me.
Lord, I'm ready to ride. Be my God, be by my side.
But
The
Okay.
808s.
so
I love that. That's
we'll
an
get onto
inspired
the-
musical decision.
We'll get on to the negatives of Anoint quickly. There aren't many,
No such
honestly, because entertainment value 10. This guy,
Through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
every single
Unreal.
song I've listened to one of his full albums, and it is an experience. That is not a lie. It is a musical experience that I could endure and was very, very fun. But this guy is allergic to flow. Like,
Oh my goodness.
he has a prescription
Truly.
note to if he was
has an
still in
exemption
school,
note for
he'd have an
flow.
exemption note from flow. Exactly.
for flow class, for Jake Paul's flow class.
He would. This guy. So what he does, and everyone I show this to really points it out, is what he'll do is he'll hit a flow, right? He'll get on a word. He'll be like da 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 da, but then he'll try and slip an extra syllable in, and then it just stumbles and it tumbleweeds, and it snowballs worse and worse until the next
It's-
bar when he brings it back.
It's like a silly band that was once an interesting image that was twisted into oblivion and cannot be unfurled.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna have to throw clips in, I guess, because it really is something. But honestly,
he's doing it though. That's the thing.
that's the
like,
thing.
He's
He is doing it. But on the other hand, we've also got his partner in crime. I assume his partner,
Oh yeah.
My favorite, my personal favorite character.
Lady Demon Killer, and
Oh yeah.
her editing skills. They rival mine. I think I'm a pretty good editor. Lady Demon Killer knocks me out of the park.
Think of your
Stock
favorite
iMovie
TikTok
effects.
edits and then
Yeah.
Stock iMovie effects
Times
are
10.
unmatched.
I will say one thing that Anoint has been really good at recently, because a lot of his older songs, and when I say older, I mean like 3 weeks ago, because this guy puts out music like every couple days.
it's all the time.
It's all the time. His grind set is crazy, and his message most of the time is pretty good. He released the funniest fucking YouTube short the other day. It was like him going, "Man, you think you gangster if you wearing tight pants? You can't be gangster if you're," and then it just ends in the middle of his sentence. It's so funny.
need
don't
to-
Dude,
know
I
if it's
wear
still
tight
up.
pants. Fuck.
We need to
Anoint Garcia
archive
doesn't
all
fuck
of
with
his
you, bro.
videos.
I'm not
Yeah, you
gangster.
do. Hold on.
You should save them. Gems like that
should.
don't stick around forever.
It's true.
Yeah,
That's
like,
why I mean, people send this guy love. I don't want this guy to stop making
Yeah,
stuff.
this guy
I
is
really-
great. But anyway, I was getting onto a point, but I got sidetracked by the YouTube short. So all of his older songs, as in 3 weeks ago, most of the videos are recorded, like, I'm assuming in his living room. But recently he's been like going out on set. One of the videos he filmed with a drone, it looked like.
Damn.
Dang, he's got like money.
So yeah, he's doing better. But his channel, man, the thumbnails are just beautiful, and
They're
the
incredible.
thumbnails look like the music videos. I promise you, the music video looks exactly like the thumbnail.
It's not
I don't
clickbait.
know. I
You
don't.
get exactly
Yeah,
what's advertised.
you get exactly what's advertised. And this guy, he clearly has been through some shit, because he's got songs like there's one where he talks about how he got shot 9 times. Or something
Damn.
along. No, it was at close range. That's the one. And he implies he's been shot like 15 times. He used to be a gangbanger, I
Jesus.
think. And now he fits all of the criteria of still looking like a gangbanger, but he's not. Even though he still branched his guns in his
given
songs,
his life
but he
to
just sings about Christ and God.
Feels
Not
so
on beat.
worthless. No,
But I don't deserve this love that you
Love
give
that you given to me.
Lady Demon
Complete
Killer
with
on that
Snapchat
track
filter.
is unrivaled.
She's an all-timer. I'll
She
never
would win
forget
American Idol.
But yeah, this guy, he's been at the forefront of my mind since we discovered him, which has now been like, it's been like 2 months maybe since we discovered this guy. No, we discovered him like right when Worthless came out. Which
It was
couldn't have
right
been a better
before
time.
Christmas, right?
Yeah. So if we're looking at so it was like a month and a half ago that we discovered this guy, and I have felt truly blessed since that happened. I'm not trying to Bible thump or anything because I don't care about any of that, but honestly, he's a small
It's brought
artist.
Mike
He's
closer to
got a goal. Maybe he should. Honestly, there's not even a mean way to say it. Like, he is getting better. His songs keep improving. Occasionally he'll hit a really good flow, which I can't say the same for some of his older music that I've listened to. But he is improving. So, if you give him a handful of views, let him know he's appreciated. Don't turn him into a lol cow. Because that's not what I want from him. You should be thankful that we aren't gatekeeping this guy, because he is truly just a wonderful watch. And I'm gonna probably leave a link to that Tight Pants YouTube short in the description because it is so hysterical. There's also one where he's reading how to remember the 10 Commandments easily, and it just makes no sense. It makes no sense. He's just doing movements, and I think that one ends in the middle of his sentence as well. He really likes ending them in the middle of his sentences.
Does he have a TikTok?
Yeah. No, he
Maybe.
doesn't. He has 3 Twitter accounts, and none of them are active. Which is, that's what I expect.
My thing with him, you know what? He's doing it, and that's more than some
Exactly.
viewers can say.
That's more
you
than
know, if you've got
literally
a
all 4 of
project, you
us.
just got to do it.
Ugh, I'm glad we got that out of the way. I love that guy.
Yes.
He's great.
Anoint, we love you. We've commented on your videos before, and you've liked them, so we're tight.
We're brothers.
Yeah.
We're homies.
Yeah.
We in your gang.
Mike is not considered family to Anoint Garcia.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you know who I fucking hate though? You evil Anoint Garcia. What's his name?
Tyson James.
Tyson James. Yeah, that guy is
Yeah.
fucking nuts.
He's
Is he
an
the
evil-
one that
so-
puppets his child around
Yes.
on
Yes.
camera?
Children. He's been viral for a while, but he got particularly viral because he made a song where there's 2. One where 2 of his kids are parading through a neighborhood holding very realistic looking toy guns, wearing shirts with Kyle Rittenhouse on them, singing about genital mutilation and trans people. One thing I find really interesting, and I'm stealing this from a Ryan Beard video I saw a couple days ago, but it's very interesting that people like Tyson James, who are so worried about grooming and worried about affecting children's minds at a young age, will haphazardly allow their children to sing about genital mutilation. I would rather my child just didn't know about that for a time. Like for an extended amount of time if I were to ever have a child, which I'm not gonna.
And he's like quite literally, it's textbook grooming of
It is.
implanting like a mindset
It's indoctrination.
and then instructing them to be his mouthpiece essentially.
Which is crazy because he's already his own mouthpiece.
Right.
Me and Terry were talking about this earlier because we were watching a video about it, and like if I were a Bible thumping, Trump supporting parent with 2.5 kids and a beautiful wife who does everything on my behalf, I would, if I was a fan of this guy, and I'm like, oh, he made a song that people, I don't know, I don't know about this, but I get the impression that these songs with his kids in it are probably labeled for kids to some degree because he uses these more childish beats and he's got his kids at the forefront. Sometimes Tyson doesn't even show up in these songs, it's just all his kids. If I saw that, I would be pissed off at Tyson even as that, because like, I don't want to expose my children to transphobic slurs
Right.
and the concept of genital mutilation, even if I'm against it. I don't think it's appropriate to have your children saying slurs in songs. That's not okay.
Right.
If a lib did that, they would get eviscerated by the right. So why can the right do it?
Do
Mike,
you think that when he's going through and finding beats to license, he has a folder for like all the really good beats, and then he's got another one for like, well, I can have
For
the
my
kids
stupid
rap
kids.
on this one. Yeah, he just keeps all the
Mike-
good beats for himself.
What's up, DC?
Mike, I want you to grapple with the fact that in a slightly different timeline where a butterfly got killed, you would have ended up like that.
I would have. This is true.
Where you
if I had
stayed in
living,
America.
if I had stayed living with my father in Virginia, that probably, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like a little bit of my nature is compassion.
You would end up taking a picture with Nick.
Well, yeah, because Nick
The
is
big
awesome.
Purple cigar.
Nick is
so badass,
awesome.
though.
You would be with his Confederate
I
flag.
hate to
and his
run
big
back a
cigar.
topic, but you just reminded me. I forget if it was Jesse or Ease, friend of ours, who said, was it you, Jesse, who said, do you think Anoint Garcia writes his lyrics before he finds his beats?
It was
Yeah,
me.
I said-
Oh, it was
said,
you.
"Do think he listens
Sammy
to his
said that.
beats?"
Sammy said that.
And then I said he probably comes up with the lyrics first, then finds a beat, and finds a way to make the lyrics work on the beat.
That's true. I
said
didn't
that.
wanna
I don't
leave
think
that
he
out.
listens to his beats. I just don't think he listens to them.
He doesn't have him playing at all.
But oh my god, Tyson James, back on him. His discography is hysterical. So I think he did a collab album with Tom McDonald. So if you're familiar
Oh,
with Tom
God.
McDonald, then you and I've listened to that album. Unfortunately, it's not even funny bad. It's just pain bad. If you want to listen to the album without supporting him, I would recommend watching Brad Taster Music's reaction to it. Even if you're not a Brad fan, I think you can mutually agree that the music is garbage when you listen to it. So, yeah,
Shout out
the Brave Part 2, the album's called. The first song is I think it's called American Flags, and the last song is called Race War. So that's the progression of the album.
Oh.
It's a blast. There's a hoot actually, but not in a good way. More in a I want to rip my headphones off my head.
listen to this Kyle Rittenhouse sounding music.
Why are you Theo Vonning?
I'm not Theo
Tom
Von,
McDonald-
I'm like a Southern Mother.
Tom McDonald is basically just Fox News 6ix9ine.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I mean?
Bang on the head, DC. That is exactly
Yeah.
right. Well, the thing is, the funniest thing about him, especially in his YouTube shorts and his TikToks and stuff,
He's the
Is-
Rizzler.
no. The funniest thing about him is he's complaining about. He says our government, our people, our children. He's Canadian.
See, that's like the shit that I don't get. Like Ian Miles Chong on Twitter,
Yeah.
right?
It's money.
Never touched a toe into the United States of America, right? And it's all he talks about is
Well,
United
it's because
States
these
policy.
guys, like,
Money.
to me,
Yeah.
I feel like they're allegiant to what. Well, it is money, and part of that is like they're allegiant to the U.S. as like this superpower, and it's like the
We need Iron
the thing to
Dome.
strive for. It's the thing to they love the Iron Dome. They want to be in the Iron Dome.
It's just so ridiculous. Like, we speak American here, motherfucker.
Yeah,
now I don't know what you. Sammy sometimes speaks some of that Espanol in here, and I'm not into it.
It makes
What is it?
everybody
Say
really
that again?
uncomfortable.
The Espinal. Yeah.
The Espanol.
Mike gets this look in his eye, right? Mike gets whenever I'm talking in Spanish, Mike gets this look in his eye, like he's licking his lips and he's like looking at me like a bag of cash, like he wants to colonize my country or something.
Mike starts looking like
Mike starts
like Mr.
building like a
Scrooge.
cross in his room. He starts like constructing a wooden cross to burn.
I do. That's true. That's
He
100%
just builds like
fact.
3 boats and travels to the New World whenever I start talking Spanish.
New World.
Mike's to for
Fuck,
Columbus.
what an insane bit.
It's Mike's to for Mathumbis.
Sammy, why do you live in
What
New
the fuck
Mexico?
are you
What was
saying?
wrong with the old one?
Too many dirty Mexicans. Too many
Okay,
dirty.
Okay.
that's not what I wanted.
All right,
That's
all right.
really not.
Also,
what I
Kappa, what kind
wanted.
of question is that? Why are you in the New
It's
Mexico?
a
not the old
podcast
one?
question. It's a funny podcast question. It's a hee hee ha ha bit question.
Why'd you come here?
Where
are you?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing on my doorstep?
Go back to the old one where you came from.
Okay.
That's what you
Oh my
asked.
god.
This is a
What
good
other
bit.
topics do we have on our list? We should
What would you do?
Other
if you were
than being
rich?
racist towards Sammy.
Yeah. we should Sammy, do you want to talk about Ray Sipe?
Oh, that's like a quick little one, yeah. So okay, if you were around like meme culture in 2018, you know who Ray Sipe is. He's like the oh man, I forget the quote. Mike knows it verbatim.
Okay, so it's a video of an old guy wearing a very very scuffed Mickey Mouse costume, and he says, "You've been banned from the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse for inappropriate behavior."
Oh,
Yes.
I remember.
That guy.
He puts the green makeup on and does the Shrek.
And does the Shrek bit.
It's a filter now. He does a filter now. He doesn't do the makeup.
Oh, he
anymore.
does.
But I like am going through TikTok and I get a notification that someone followed me, and nobody fucking follows me on TikTok. Like I never get those notifications. So I'm like, oh, I got a new follower, wonderful. And I check, and it's Ray Sipe, right? And I'm like, it's gotta be a joke. Like this can't be a real account. I go, it's his real official TikTok account. And first, I didn't know that this like 250-year-old man was using TikTok, right?
Joe Biden's cousin.
Yeah.
Secondly, I don't follow him. I've never liked any of his videos. He saw my content and liked it enough to follow me out of nowhere.
Okay. Sammy, can
What
I ask,
videos
what
do
is,
you
what
have
is,
on
yeah,
your
what is
TikTok?
on your TikTok? You beat me to it, Jesse. God damn it. What is on your TikTok?
Those like shitty like TF2 and Minecraft videos that I uploaded. The watching pixels dry teaser, a slideshow of images, and wait, let me check because I really
There's also Sammy.
There's
there's the videos you love doing.
WPD intro. Like this
Yeah.
is the episode 1 teaser we're talking about.
But
So
Sammy
hasn't
also
uploaded
posts.
in a long time.
Sammy also posts these videos where he just goes with the filters, like game filters on TikTok, and he'll
That's-
just play them like.
Those are
do
friends
that
only
anymore.
though as well.
Oh,
ones aren't
okay.
for
Those are
public.
private. I'm sorry.
So
You just kinda
Grandpa's a
aired out my
gamer
dirty
is what I'm
laundry.
hearing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I went to your following list and there he is, Ray Sipe, 347,000 followers.
And so basically, yeah, this like icon of 2018 meme culture follows me. I still don't follow him because I'm not gonna follow him back. I don't want to see his videos on my page. But that's like I was like gnome struck. You know what I mean? I couldn't.
Okay. All right. No,
was- It was a very weird feeling. But DC had a good topic that we kind of talked a little
What?
bit about. What would you do if you were rich?
Oh.
Oh, I had a reaction to this.
I want to know DC's answer first because I had a prediction, but I want to know
Yeah,
if it's
yeah.
right.
I don't know. Like, I would just build. I'd buy a lot of land. I'd
Uh-huh.
get solar panels, and I'd build a cool looking house.
I fucking knew it.
Oh, I was
That's
so
pretty
close.
much what you said.
I was
you were
so
really
close.
close.
I
Did
said
you guys think I was gonna like build a bunker?
No, I thought you were gonna say I'm gonna buy a bunch of scrap and build up a robot suit, because you would. 'Cause I feel like
built this in a
if you-
cave with a
if
box
you had
of
infinite
scraps.
money, DC, if you had like Elon Musk
Yeah.
money,
Well, then yeah.
then you would go full Aaron Fector, on us, I think, and you
You'd
would
make
build...
hydrillium.
No,
Hydrillium?
I hope not.
I would try to get like a mech suit. Yeah, why wouldn't I do
That'd
that?
be cool.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
cool.
DC
Okay, my
was like
prediction
edging
was
Mike,
close.
like I'm gonna buy a bunch of land and start building, and Mike was like, and he
I
started
was so
like,
excited. I was so fucking pumped. I really thought I had it in the
Yeah.
bag there.
You guys put bets on it, so exchange the money.
We
Go
did.
ahead.
I just
Between
earned like
yourselves.
$14 billion from those bets.
Yeah.
Sammy is rich now.
Yeah, I am.
Mike put everything on that.
So now, Sammy, with your nearly won bet money, what are you gonna do with it?
So, oh man, if I was rich, like I was saying this earlier, I would buy myself things that I like, right? Like
Yeah.
I like you can't really not do that if you have a fuck ton of money. You buy things that you like. But that's not gonna consume all of my cash. It won't even consume a fraction of it if I have Elon Musk type money, let's say, right?
Yeah.
So I would for even now I'm very, very picky about what charities I donate to, because 9 times out of 10 a lot of the charities are just rich people trying to write off their taxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I even now I'm still very picky. I would find one, or even start my own charity, right? And just put most of the money I have towards a common goal to just literally do anything
Yeah.
in the opposite direction of how things are going right now.
True.
So, like, you could not have to pay taxes on it, you mean? So you could be one of those
Exactly,
rich
I would be
people
able to
Yeah,
write off my
that's not it at
taxes.
Yeah.
Hold
No,
on,
I
can
would-
we pause for a sec? My roommate's knocking.
I guess.
No.
What's up? He was just asking if I wanted some freaking mini corn dogs. Or
Oh,
things like
hell
that.
I hope
yeah.
you said yes.
Or I guess he doesn't like them, so I get to have the rest of
Nice.
them.
Now you are up on your corn dog stock.
I'm up on corn dog stock.
You
It's not even
profited on corn dogs today, my friend.
It's weird. It's pigs in a blanket, but it's like it's got like coconut or something on the outside. It's strange.
Yummy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So Mike,
Yeah.
after of course buying the title to Epstein's Island, what would you buy
Okay.
with all of your,
Oh,
all of your
let's run
newfound money?
back that. Let's run that back.
What?
I'm
That's
saving that
not
one
even
for when
a bad joke.
I'm saving that one for when Rowan gets
For the twit launcher.
resurrected. I'll gift that to him.
I see.
And honestly, okay, I think everyone knows what's coming on this one. If I had Elon Musk type money, then I own every Lego set. That's just out of
Of
that's
course.
just out of the gate.
Real.
I will get my hands on every single one I can get. That's obvious, of course.
Would you
Um,
buy Lego? Would you become Mr. Lego?
Yes, I would
Legal
become.
name change?
Honestly, low key, I would. If I
You would
could
run
do
that
that,
company
I
to
would
the
probably.
ground.
If not, I would try and become like an investor or a big head, because I mean that would be fun. But yeah, the rest of it also, again, same as Sammy, like I'd probably try and donate it to charity. Probably similar things like, for example, my mum has a lot of ailments, so I'd probably want to go for things like that. I'm named after my late uncle, so I'd probably invest some into like fibromyalgia treatments, because why not? Stuff like that.
Oh God,
You.
spit
was
your
sappy.
truth, buddy.
What?
I'm
Speak your truth.
joking. That's great. My answer's always been if I was rich, I wouldn't be. Because I don't know. I feel like to have and maintain that amount of money, you just have to do terrible things.
True.
We're talking about infinite money, though.
That's
Well,
different. from what
then you would
said.
then you should feed the world if you have infinite money. It's that
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah, I think specifically like community enrichment would be big, like just putting money into my area in a number of different.
actually,
You know what
can
I would do?
Sorry, I'll let you go first, DC. Then I'd like to interject with
Yeah.
something.
I would just find every like skeevy company, and I like if I had infinite money, I would just buy that company and shut it down. I feel like
That would heal
That's-
the entire
If you have
world.
nothing to lose,
yeah, you like fuck
Speak-
it, right?
Speaking of healing the entire world, though, I think if I had that kind of money, I would spend a lot of money in lobbying for legalizing every drug, because if they're legalized, then they're regulated, and if they're regulated, they're safe. I stand by that. So
You don't get like Heisenberg talk gummy piece of shit on the
that
street.
yeah, exactly. You don't end up people getting laced with fentanyl or getting spiked at parties, because if you regulate them and you're vigorous with it and you
will
invest
never
in the
happen.
infrastructure, it will never happen, unfortunately,
and
unless
people point. Oh, sorry.
unless younger people are allowed to be in government, which they aren't. There's a reason there's a 40-year age 40 minimum in almost every government. You can't be a young person because we're too liberal.
It's true, and people that don't agree with that will point to cities where there is mass legalization and say the people are all addicts and they're all is like walking zombies. And you see the videos from these places, and it's true. They are. It is riddled with addicts and like so many like literally walking zombies. But that's because the city is doing literally the bare minimum. They're not providing the
Unfortunately,
infrastructure. They're not providing the rehabilitation. They're not providing safe means to do these drugs. They
Yeah.
legalize the drugs, but there's no safe means to get them or
And that's-
take them or
I
And
feel
that,
like this
sorry.
is getting a bit too political.
what?
No,
it's
but
not.
this is important. This is
I
why,
know, but all
and
right.
then I think that people have a lot of nerve to then demonize pop-up places that provide like just a room for you to safely take a drug, like. And people demonize that when they really should be demonizing the fact that the war on drugs caused all of these problems in the first place. And for some reason, governments are just frightened to deal with fentanyl in particular. when they could be preemptive. They're waiting for a crisis to happen, even though it's already happening. And they're gonna be reactive to it, like they were reactive to heroin and they were reactive to opiates. That's just what they do. They're lazy. They're lazy. Fuck them.
Fuck the government. We are.
I
already
would I would do all this charity and good work after I bought my Hellcat though.
Yes. Mike loves that one.
That was a really good one.
It's good, yeah. I do
Fuck.
that sometimes.
Time has flown by. Holy fuck.
Yeah, we've been making good tracks on this episode.
Yeah.
Your idea was right, Sammy. Sammy suggested that we like stick to the longevity of some topics this time and like really dig into them,
Yeah.
and I think that was a good idea. I think we've got a lot of really cool conversations out of it so far.
Oh, I put a topic if we have this.
yes, you
this won't
did.
take
I've been
long.
excited for this one.
I've been in call with you. So okay, let me set this up. So I go to an art school, right? I don't remember if I've said which one. I'm not going to right now, but
Okay.
I go to an art college. And we've talked about this in call a little bit. One of the things you get with that is just the type of people that it tends to attract. There's a lot of great people. There's also a lot of really strange characters. So
Says
you just it's like Resident Evil 7. It's kind of like that sometimes. It's got that uneasy energy to the building,
Like a
just because you
Silent Hill
know
sort
you're
of
going
vibe.
to a class with somebody in it. I have two people I can think of. There's one guy in my art history lectures who day one, like just out the gate, chose my spot in the hall. Guy sits right next to me. This man grabs his shoe and listen. Okay. He's taking off his shoe, and that's already terrible, but he managed to do it in the worst way he possibly could have. Instead of like going from the heel, he grabs it underfoot, full palms the sole, right?
No
and
way.
like tugs it off.
Oh god.
And he's holding his shoe in his hand, and he's got one leg crossed over the other, and with his like bare socked foot just starts first he touches my
joking?
leg, and then it starts genuinely like resting on my leg. It's just like chilling there. I'm too polite of a person. It really irked me, but I'm too polite to like immediately go, hey, stop doing that. So when we get like a 10-minute break, I say to him like, dude, you cannot be touching people with your foot while you're sitting next to them. And it perplexed him a
first
little
day?
bit. Yes. I brought it up, and
Jesus.
like he ended up respecting that, but it really perplexed him. It really was like, I don't like, why would you be bothered by that? So like, okay, there's that. Like as time goes on, he is still with the shoe on, touching my leg occasionally, but I'm like, I think he just doesn't know where his body is. This man still is full palm taking his shoes off. Like I
this day.
don't think. Yes, it was an everyday occasion. I would walk into that classroom like waiting for it
And
to
it
happen.
smelled like a
It's
trampoline
great.
park in there.
It did not smell like a fucking trampoline park, but damn, dude, that was a strange character. I was gonna say fellow. I don't know why I switched up.
A strange little fellow.
And then there was another person who I'm not gonna talk a ton about. They were just strange in general, but in my writing class, we were going over like library resources, and we were looking at like online like journal articles and stuff we could access. And so we were on one of those databases, and we're looking at the advanced search, and a bunch of tags come up, right? Which wouldn't be significant in any way, shape, or form, except for the fact that this person, who is wonderful and great, I'm sure, goes, this is more tags than are on AO3, out loud to the entire classroom, like professor and all.
I would have hung
And-
myself in the room just then.
I
I
know,
would have
Sammy,
laughed
the
so
way
hard.
the way people were like slyly looking at each other, and you could just see that everybody was trying not to. It was like a black hole spawned inside of you, and you were just being fucking crinkled up. It was so bad.
Oh
I
my
would
god,
have
that
hung
sounds
myself.
wonderful.
I don't know. I would have.
It was genuinely like the air became thick. It was so.
You could cut the tension with a lightsaber.
Yeah, with a lightsaber. What the fuck?
Sorry.
What are you
Fuck,
talking about?
that's insane.
That's the most
Oh my
ridiculous
god,
thing I've ever heard in
I
my
can
life.
picture it like vividly. I don't know what the dude looks like, but I can hear it in my head.
Yeah.
You want to know
it-
how I was one of those kids when I went to go visit Mike?
Oh no.
So, on like the first or second, when we were getting Wagamama the same day, right? We went to a comic shop, right? And it's cool.
Oh, no.
I'm excited because I like cartoon characters and I like comics and I
And
can
cookies
nerd
and
for that
candy
shit.
and soda.
Yeah. And so we're like walking around. There's like cool, like there's Funko Pops and everything. Your standard. And we walk into this like other room, and it is like dressed from roof to floor, just Hatsune Miku, right? Just completely.
What?
And I am just in shock and awe. I haven't seen this much Miku ever in my life.
It's
And if you-
nuts.
if you know me, you know my undying love for Miku. I love her. And so I can't control myself. I out loud exclaim, I fucking love Hatsune Miku. Out loud in the middle of the
It was-
store. There's like women and children. They're like trying to escape the building after I say it. Like I just like a gas grenade into the building.
They had to
right?
evacuate. You started. Your heart grew 3 times.
Alarms
the
went off. I
size.
got
So
arrested.
the police
I got
station is
shot.
maybe like less than 60 steps away from this building as well. Like all the police perked their ears up. They were like, "Oh, we
Yes.
got one. We got one."
I got
We've got
stabbed
another Miku.
37 times. The Royal Guard came out, arrested me, threw me up into the
Okay.
gallows, and threw fucking Rotten Tomatoes at me.
Well, they tried, but they couldn't get through because of the hats thing. It didn't
Exactly.
bubble
Yeah,
through every
they-
time they walked
the
in.
door was too low. They could get in.
that
They
is a
could
real
not figure
thing
it
I
out.
They were just perplexed. But that was a strange time in the trip. I literally couldn't control myself, Mike. And Mike was like, "Shut the fuck up." And
I
was
don't
like,
think I
literally-
could either.
I couldn't. It was like a convulsion. Like I love Hatsune Miku. I said it like 42
Oh,
times.
Shit, I'm like stirring with ideas. I don't know which one to go for first. I'll go for the quicker one. I had my sort of annoying nerd moment recently when I was playing the new FNAF VR game. So this has never come out of me before. It was a very interesting feeling in the moment. So there's a mini game in Help Wanted 2 where you have to do makeup on Roxanne Wolf in
Oh.
a time limit and while staring at her. And I was like, "Oh, this is going to be so fun." But nothing prepares you for when you go to put the brush up to her and she leans forward and like closes her eyes, and I like geeked out, like not in a like, "Oh, I'm horny." It was just I just went like I thought it was
slaying.
adorable. I thought it
He
was
got genuinely
adorable.
so excited.
And
He was like,
I
he licked
genuinely
his
like
lips in
giggled and
anticipation.
shook my hands around. And Terry can vouch this because she was watching me. I've never been so like viscerally impacted in that way. I've never thought anything was so adorable that I started shaking. Right?
I would fucking break your spine if I saw you do that. I want you to know that.
Dude, I was happy. I was enjoying the game, okay? And the second thing, which sort of comes back to Smelly Gamer Boys, so, okay, this is all love, I want to say, because I'm very good friends with this guy, and we've bonded a lot over the years that we've known each other. So, when I joined Brit School in year 10, there was a kid in my class, his name is Kieran. And
Shout out.
Kieran collected Rubik's Cubes and played Geometry Dash in class out of
Shout
his loud
out,
ass
dude.
headphones.
Shout
Out of his
out.
loud ass headphones, so everyone could hear all the time. And he's clicking. I don't know how he did any work. So he collected Rubik's Cubes. He played a lot of Geometry Dash, a lot of Osu. One time he left his laptop in the class, and my friend Sunny went on his computer, and of course there was porn. And then his excuse was hilarious, which is just he just watches it. He doesn't actually do anything. He just drinks tea and watches. Which,
That's
if
so
that's
much
true,
worse.
that's kind of
That's badass.
But
I
that
don't know.
aside, okay. So the first 2 years of knowing Kieran, Sonny, my friend Sonny, if he's listening, no hard feelings, but you were kind of a bully, Sonny. And a lot of people looked to me as his sort of good cop in that situation. Like, lots of people liked me at that school, and they did not like Sonny. But I
Hashtag
liked
humble
Sonny.
brag.
And no, this is fact. You can ask anyone. Sonny would agree
I
with
was the
you.
most popular.
No, I'm not the most popular, but out of me and Sonny, I was definitely. People did not like Sonny, and they would look to me as like his babysitter sometimes, and be like, "Can you rein this guy in?" And I'll be like, "Yes, sure," and I would. And things. He was like that to Kieran for a while, but eventually I put a pin in it with him, and I was like, we got to be nicer to Kieran. What can we do to be nicer to Kieran? And I think that his response, Sonny's response, was a bit, but I made it real, and it worked out well. He said we should make Kieran prom king. So what happened was
You did the
we
Chris
spoke
Griffin
to
thing?
Kieran. We spoke to Kieran, and I don't know. We spoke to Kieran, and we were like, Kieran, I spoke to Kieran. I knew Sonny wouldn't be involved until later. I spoke to Kieran. I was like, Kieran, I want to make you prom king. I think we can do it, but we have to be smart. And he was like, I'm in. And I said, excellent. I'm really happy for you, and I'm happy that you're in on it. So what we did is then we got Sonny involved. We took some photos of Kieran, and we turned them into the Obama-inspired like hope image, but we put cope. We put cope underneath, and we put these around class, and teachers were pulling them off the walls. Like, no, not around class. We put them around school, and we got them verified. Like, we got them approved by staff, and then we found other teachers and students pulling them off the walls. Me and Sonny got called in for a meeting with the head teacher, and they said, "Why are you bullying Kieran?" And I was stunned by this, because one, we got them approved, and then two, I had, luckily, physical written proof of Kieran's consent on this. So I was like, to my head teacher's face, I was like, it's honestly absurd that everyone in this school assumes that it's bullying because it's Kieran. I was very firm on that. I was like, this is a joke, because there are other posters around this school of people's Snapchat story of just them saying, vote me prom queen, prom king, and you're letting those ones stay up, but you're taking the ones that we put time and effort into and made sure Kieran was okay with, and you're taking them down. And we had to deal with that the entire prom king run, and I remember it was very divisive, because obviously a lot of popular people wanted to be prom king. Good deal. It's not. But for some reason, it's like a status symbol, I guess. And it made some people very angry at us and Kieran. But long story short, prom came and he won. So
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I'm always very proud of that. I'll never forget the moment
And then
that
everybody
happened.
clapped, right?
Everybody did clap. That's true.
I suppose they did, didn't they?
It's one of the only situations in my life where everybody clapped, and it's true. I remember Kieran was over the moon. There's a picture. I don't know if I can find it, but if I can, I'll DM Kieran and ask if he's okay with me putting it in the show. Of him wearing the prom king crown, sitting with I think it's me, Sonny, and Eric. And
That is actually sick.
it was a really good
That's a
moment.
beautiful story.
And it's something I'm really, really proud of, honestly.
That's a
But
good
yeah.
friend right there.
I think that's
the moral of the story. Shout out Kieran. Unshout out Mike's school for being cringe.
yeah.
And
You can
Funded
do
by
that? You
Richard
can
Branson.
shout out?
yeah, no, and I guess shout out to you guys for watching this episode of the podcast.
For watching
Oh, we
Pixels
calling
Dry.
it there?
I mean, it's been an hour,
It has been an hour, true.
and
Why
I
is
feel
putting
like
Kieran on blast run? Oh, okay. Terry
I
said that
feel-
earlier.
I feel like we've talked about what we wanted to talk about. I feel like this is a good place to
No.
wrap it up.
Now
well,
we can all
let's-
throw bricks at homeless people.
Closing thoughts. What is everyone? What's everyone got on their agenda next week?
Doing drugs.
School. Oh,
That's my thing.
Mad.
I'm gonna smoke a big
bitches,
weed.
Smoke a big herb.
Smoke a big herb. Play more GTA.
Of course.
I gotta have a meeting with my school. But yeah, DC?
There's a large
You still
rat
here?
in my
Nah,
backyard.
I don't got anything going on.
I'm gonna have to deal with it.
Well, we've been watching Pixels Dry, and you've been
yeah.
our humble viewers. Thank you for watching.
Now get down on the ground!
Get down!
Everybody